So this is work in progress based on comments that were made TED 2 years ago about the needs of refrigeration of vaccine. On this planet, 1.6 billion people don't have access to electricity and saved fuels, stored fuels, and refrigeration. And this is a problem because it impacts spread of disease, medicine, the storage of food, the quality of life. So here is a plan: inexpensive fuel, inexpensive refrigeration that don't use electricity, gas, propane, kerosene, or consumables. It's time for thermodynamics and the story of absorption, intermittent absorption refrigerator. So 29 years ago, I had a thermo teacher who talked about absorption and refrigeration. One of those things that stuck in my head. A lot like Stirling engines, and it was cool, but you didn't know what to do with it. It was invented in 1856 by this guy Ferdinand Carrer, but he couldn't build actually anything with it because of the tools at that time. Crazy Canadian named Powell Glossley commercialized this thing called icy balls, and it was a neat idea. I get to why it didn't work, but here is how it works. There are two spheres separated in distance, and one has the working fluid, water and ammonia, and the other is a condenser. First, you heat up the one side, the hot side, and the ammonia evaporates and recondenses in the other side. You cool it down to room temperature. As it re-evaporates and combines with water in the oswald side, it creates the powerful cooling effect. It was a great idea, but it didn't work. They blew up because you're using ammonia. You get hugely high pressures if you heat them wrong, and the ammonia is toxic, sprayed everywhere. But it was a kind of interesting thought. And the great thing about 2006 was a lot of computational work you can get, and we got the whole thermodynamics department at Stanford involved. A lot of computational fluid dynamics, and we proved that the most of the ammonia refrigeration tables are wrong. we found, in fact, actually, we found non-toxic refrigerant that worked at a very low vapor pressure. And we brought in a team from the UK, a lot of great refrigeration people, it turns out, in the UK. And we built test rig and we proved that we could make non-toxic low pressure refrigeration. And here's how it works. So first we put it on a cooking fire. Most people have cooking fire in the world, whether it's camel's dung or wood, and it heats up for 30 minutes and it cools down for an hour, and we put it in a container and it will cool it down for 24 hours. It looks like this. It's the 5th prototype. It's not quite done. It weighs 8 pounds, and this is how the way it works. You put it to a 15-liter vessel, about 3 gallons, and it will cool it down to just about freezing, 3 degrees about freezing, for 24 hours in 30 degrees C environment. It's really cheap. We think that we can make in high volume, and we can make these in high volumes for about $25 in low volume, for $40. And we think that we can make refrigeration something that everyone can have.